I don't get angry very easily. People who are close to me know that I am usually a level-headed guy. Chill lang ako madalas. Hindi ako nagagalit agad. But a few years ago, I suddenly became hot-headed. I started getting angry at the smallest things. I'd get into arguments for the most useless of reasons. And I didn't like what was happening to me. When I had myself checked up, that's when the doctor found out that I had hypertension. Since then, whenever I would find myself getting impatient and angry, I knew already that my blood pressure had just shot up to unacceptable levels. I know of other people who are not as cool-headed as I am. They seem to be angry all the time. Even when their blood pressure is normal, they seem to be in a constant state of anger. Anything can set them off and they'd be in a wild rage in a split second. Anger is never good for anyone. There are studies that say that feelings of anger, regular feelings of anger, over a period of time, can increase the likelihood of heart disease. When one has a sudden outburst of anger, especially those who are in their middle age, the chances of a heart attack increases dramatically. Kaya dapat hindi mainit ang ulo natin. Chill lang lagi. Baka mamaya atakihin kayo sa puso. But if you will think about it, anger is not just a problem for people my age. Anger is a problem for everyone. You, me, all of us get angry. And when we get angry, we are so close to committing sin. We may curse with our lips, and we may say a lot of things that we do not really mean because we say them without thinking. We may not be able to control ourselves, and we might physically harm someone or destroy other people's property or even bring harm to ourselves. We may create a lot of new enemies by not being in control of our anger. And we will certainly lose a lot of friends. Now, there may be many reasons for why we get angry, but what I do know is that one major reason why we cannot control ourselves from being angry is that we are not deeply and profoundly amazed at the love of Jesus for us sinners. When we allow anger to take over our emotions and we lose our wits, we have not deeply embraced the truth that Jesus has given such a great sacrifice for us. He allowed the anger and rage of the world to be poured upon him as he was scourged by Roman soldiers and was crucified to death on the cross of Calvary. We have not fully appreciated the truth that through Jesus, the wrath of God is no longer directed towards us. Instead, in Jesus, we are embraced in love as children by our Father in heaven. It is only by accepting these truths in faith that we are able to do what James said in his letter in the New Testament. James said, "Know this, my beloved brothers, let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger. For the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God." By the grace of God, you can be slow to anger. And even if you become angry, allow the Spirit of God to constrain you from committing sin. You can move on from anger if you allow God to overcome your anger with His love. As you learn to move on from your anger, and as you learn to be overwhelmed by the grace and peace of God in your life, always keep in mind, faith matters